Hi, I'm Jared.
And I'm Brad.
And this week on Hood Slappers, we're going to be reviewing the 2022 Kia Carnival.
And remember to hit like and subscribe.
Kia has been around for a long time, but only came to North America in 1994 with the release of the Kia Cephia. Now, my dog has produced excrement from its anus that's more appealing than that car. And a few years later, as if to throw salt in the wound, Kia released the Sedona, the Sportage, and the Optima. Yeah, they were inexpensive cars, but I would much rather have taken the bus than be caught dead in one of those. But like a fine wine, as Kia grew older, they went from a value brand to a brand that produced some incredibly good-looking cars and had their fingers in almost every segment. But what about this? The 2022 Kia Carnival. Yes, it's a minivan, but what a minivan.
But Jared, is it a minivan? Because if you've read any reviews online, you'll know that is the question. Is it a minivan or is it an SUV? Well, today we're going to answer that question. And I have with me here my minivan checklist. So let's see where the Carnival fits.
Soccer balls in the trunk. Discarded goldfish crackers in the back seat. Stick figure bumper sticker of family. Radio presets to ease the listening. Kleenex box on the dash. Ground clearance of 6.8 inches. Sliding doors.
Well, Jared, we have the results back from the boys in the lab and we have ourselves a minivan.
Right. Well, now that we got that out of the way, I think it's important to mention that Kia put a little twist in everything, and they created their own segment for the Carnival, and they're calling it the multi-purpose vehicle. What is a multi-purpose vehicle? Let's find out.
Kia threw out the old recipe for their Mini with the Sedona and almost started from scratch, creating what I think is a very nice looking people mover. It has a high-up aggressive front end, which earns its points as it takes away from the minivan look. The headlights look outstanding, and even the turn signals are eye-catching. In the rear, you have an LED strip that comes together in the middle to meet Kia's brand new logo. Well, I think that says Kia anyway. Looking for a little more space, upgrade to the SX trim, which we have here provided to us by our good friends at Kitchener Kia, located at 300 Homer Watson Boulevard in Kitchener, Ontario, and be served with 19-inch black rims, body-colored side mirrors, roof rails, and chrome door handles.
There are a few great features that Kia has inside the Carnival. On the EX Plus and SX model that we have here, you have blind spot cameras on both the left and the right-hand side. And what I like about that is you can see what's back there, who's back there, and if they're coming or if they're going. Another great feature is what Kia is calling junction turning function. All that is when you're making a left-hand turn in an intersection, it's monitoring if there's any cars coming that you might not be able to see. Once you make the turn, if there's a car coming, the vehicle will alert you. That only works if you turn your left signal on.
Technology is great, but what makes a van is practicality and space. When the third row is in use, the Carnival has a very deep trunk space, but putting down the third row is very simple. Damn kids. Simply a little this and a little that, and voila, it's that simple. And with the third row down, the Carnival leads its class with a whopping 4,110 liters.
Brad, that's very impressive, but I think this is more of a people mover than a cargo van. You and I both have kids, and we both know the importance of space. So I think it's time that we test the third row and see if one of the purposes of this multi-purpose vehicle is third row space. Ugh. Ooh, very nice back here. Not bad.
Very roomy.
Now, we have to say that there are 3 seatbelts back here, but it is pretty tight if you do want to put 3 people back here. Certainly not 3 Brads, possibly 3 Jareds, but it is a bit crammed for 3.
I find that offensive, but when comparing the Carnival to other minivans in its class, it is quite spacious, though not quite as much headroom, legroom, and shoulder room as the Honda Odyssey and the Toyota Sienna. But where the Carnival really shines is in the second row. If you're sitting there, you have to take advantage of Kia's VIP lounge mode.
What's that?
Jared. In lounge mode, you get to sit and completely recline. Why don't you allow me to demonstrate?
Well, Brad, why don't I demonstrate? I mean, I know comfort.
Jared, you belong back here in the third row. I'll take the second row. Okay. See? Don't I look relaxed?
The Kia Carnival isn't just class leading in terms of cargo space, but this 3.5-liter V6 engine paired with an 8-speed automatic gearbox also has a class leading 290 horsepower. Now the fuel economy on this is 10.6, which is right on par with most of its contenders, aside from the hybrid Sienna. Now every Carnival has a 5-year, 100,000 kilometer warranty.
But what does the Carnival do for today's parent? How does it revolutionize life for mom and dad?
There are a number of ways the Carnival caters to today's parents. Items like automatic sliding doors. No button necessary. Just walk up to the sliding door with the key on you and the sliding door will open after only a few seconds. The rear-facing camera allows you to monitor a baby while driving from your infotainment screen. Don't want the kids kicking the back seat, but don't have the time to pull over? Kia has easy access buttons to move the passenger seat forward easily without having to pull over and reach across the car. Can't get the little ones to sleep? Not a problem. Kia offers Sounds of Nature that offers different relaxing sounds to help send them off to dreamland. I think it's stupid and pointless, but this is about the kids. These are just a few of the options that can make life a little easier for parents.
Kia has now been in Canada for over 20 years, and it's easy to look back on some of their first cars and find them embarrassing, but let's be honest, every manufacturer has had their embarrassing cars.
Honda Insight,
The Nissan Cube,
PT Cruiser,
the Mustang 2,
2010 Toyota Corolla, and the list goes on and on. In just 20 years, Kia's been able to achieve so much and remain very competitive, and that is impressive. So far, I like the Carnival, how it looks on the outside. I like the functionality of the car. Now let's see how it drives.
I think you were supposed to go that way. You're in the coming in.
Not off to a good start here.
Now this is really helpful though. Jared, thank you for making that driving error. Choosing the wrong lane so we could see how this works so well.
Well, it wasn't an error, Brad. An error is when you make a mistake. There was nothing directing me in any given direction.
You see these arrows there?
Now I see these arrows.
You see them, right?
Now I see these arrows. Brad, talk to me. First impression.
This is blowing my expectations of a minivan. I feel like I had it all wrong. I love this.
This is one of the cars, and this is going to sound so stupid.
Yeah.
This is one of the cars that I was actually looking forward at reviewing because it kind of SUV. Is it a van? And I thought, well, it'll be a van. It'll be ho hum. When I got into this car, it literally, I swore, Mom, I'm sorry, but I swore when I got in the car because it was actually so nice. I really like it.
You know, I'm having a little bit of regret. Maybe I should have got the Kia Carnival
instead of the Tucson.
Instead of the Tucson, maybe. I really like it.
Brad, let's be honest. I've seen your finances.
Here we go again. You know what? This could be the next one.
All right, you just got one, Brad.
This could be the next one.
I think the name department at Kia, they've also took a gamble on the name Carnival. If you ask me, because it could have went any way. I mean, Carnival, I get it. It represents kids, family. It can be, it's a carnival in here.
Good time, yeah.
But yeah, you could have made a mistake and, you know, fair.
Fair? Well, you could have gone fair. I don't know if you want to do that, though, because then it'd be like, hey, I'm in a fair.
I'm in the, can't talk right now. I'm in an affair. What do the kids think of it? They love it.
Love it.
They love the affair.
So you got to stay away from fair.
Yeah, carnival, circus.
Circus? I think Carnival is better. Carnival is better. Circus can be kind of creepy. No one goes to the circus anymore. Now, the one thing with the Carnival is you could be, oh boy, what are you, a carny? With the Carnival?
Yeah. You know? Something about those carnies.
Carnies, yeah. Building your rides for you. I don't know. I'll be honest, though. I think it was a risky name. I like it.
I think it paid off.
And I think it gives you an automatic sort of bad dad joke. Oh, what's the new ride like? Well, it's like a carnival in here.
That got me from a dad. That rolls off the tongue.
It rolls off the tongue.
And I like that Kia made an entry level, the LX model, that's very, very affordable. This is the SX, this is the top trim, but you can get into a Carnival at $34,795, and that's less expensive than both the Odyssey and Pacifica entry model. Now, you're gonna miss out on a couple things: no power sliding doors, no heated seats in the front, and no push button start. But if you're not interested in those things, it is a real bargain, and it still looks good. Not this good, the SX, but it still looks good.
Yes. 34, that's pretty impressive.
34,795, not bad.
I think that's incredible. And to be honest, the things that you mentioned that you miss out on,
yep,
I could live without those, I think.
You have lived without those for many, 12 years, I believe. But anyway, I digress.
Yes, okay, I can live without them. I've proven that.
Yes.
But I like how affordable it is. Now, you get into certain trim levels like the SX and EX Plus, and this is what you get.
Right.
12.3-inch infotainment system, which I think is beautiful. But some of the lower trim levels, you get still a very respectable 8-inch display screen.
That is, and even my infotainment system, or sorry, my driving aid infotainment system in front of my face here, even if you drop down, you go from another, again, 12.3-inch screen to 4.2, I believe. So you still get something, even though you're dropping down, but you're still getting a lot in the vehicle. It's not a value brand anymore, as we've discussed, but you still get a lot of value in the car. Absolutely. Well done to Kia. Some hard buttons, some not. Some people like that, some people don't. It's still easy to use, and it's very functional. I mean, if I want to lower my temperature, I can do so just by clipping here. Heated seats and cooled seats are in the back, so I do have some hard buttons. I think it's fine, and I do like this here. It just kind of goes with the rest of the vehicle, and that's it's these small little things that I think make it stand out from being a minivan, and it gives it that all-terrain look.
Well, and I think for me, the important things that need to be buttons are buttons and the volume, and you got the turn knob there. And this actually reminds me a lot of Hyundai's, I believe Tucson has something like this. No?
I don't think so.
Tucson. This is gorgeous, though.
I do like it.
I do like it.
And it fits with the rest of the car.
Absolutely.
Another really nice thing that Kia's done for their drivers is this car, you have the navigation system, okay? It's optional, you get it in certain trim levels. We have it here on the SX model. And what they do is they offer 2 free navigation updates a year for up to 10 years. And I think that's good because sometimes if you want to update your navigation, some brands will charge you somewhere around the $200 mark. And that is a nice bonus should you choose to get something with navigation on your Carnival.
Absolutely. And I mean, for the rest of us, if that's not your thing, it's still got, of course, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. Yep. So, you know, you've got plenty of navigation options there. And one of the things that impresses me is, like, if you've got a brood of hens for kids, you know, you can fit up to 8 people in here. Did you know that? You
can't, not on the SX, because the SX you get the captain's chairs with the loungers. But if you go with different trim levels, there are 8-seat options with a bench in the back.
Do you know anyone who has 6 kids?
4? My dad. There were 6 kids in his family. But that was back
different generation then.
That was back then.
I'm saying, even if you don't have 6 kids, I mean, that just speaks to the room that you have in here, that it can fit 8 passengers. So you got 2 kids and a ton of room. It's great for families, that's for sure.
Absolutely. I think it's nice. It's a minivan, but gosh, I'll say it again. It's a nice minivan.
This is the minivan I would show up and not be embarrassed about.
That's exactly what it is.
Yes.
And I would park beside all the other minivans.
Yes.
And make them envious and jealous of my minivan.
Absolutely.
If I had to knock the car, and I have to be partial, I have to, you know, of course, good and bad, I would say one of the things is getting into the back seat. It's not that easy. We found ourselves sliding through the middle 2 rows. I wish the seats could fold forward a little bit better for ease of access. The other thing too, it's a kid carter. And one of the things here, I have a light gray armrest. You can see that, viewers. And this car has 1,418 kilometers on it, and it's already starting to get dirty. I just think if that was black, it wouldn't show as much. You got to be careful with kids in the car and junk and messes and all that. So if I had to knock it, that would be it, but that seems pretty minor, all things considered, because everything else is just so nice.
Minor details there. And I mean, I know you didn't get to try it, but the VIP lounge mode, it's great. In fact, do you think for the rest of this segment I can chill out back there in the lounge mode while you drive me around?
Not happening.
Jeeves, take me home, please.
What accent was that?
I don't know. Eugene.
Oh, Brad, I do get lounge mode when I go to the airport. Like when we fly to conventions. You don't. I mean, you sit with the peons and such, but I wave at you through the glass when I'm in.
You
the
get
VIP
the first
lounge.
class treatment, do you?
Yeah, I'm always the first to get on the plane. You don't see me because I'm behind that curtain. Yeah.
I'm a man of the common people, but in this case, the Carnival affords me the luxury of being VIP.
That's true.
You know what? This reframes how I see our whole relationship. I used to be envious wanting to drive. I don't see it that way anymore. You drive me around. You're the driver.
You're being carted around.
I'm being
carted
around.
I do see that.
You're like my butler.
Well, the guy, they don't sit in the front when you have a butler. You know, when you get in a cab, you jump in the front.
Okay. Do you get in the back of an Airbnb or you get in the front? You're always in the back?
I admittedly, I'm the guy. I'll sit in the front and I'll chat with the driver.
Oh, well, there you have it.
I'll chat with the driver until he's sick of me talking.
Okay.
Usually it's the other way around.
Okay.
No, I'll sit right up there with them. They got something on the seat, that won't stop me. I'll move it.
You'll move it?
I'll move it.
Wow. That's friendly.
I'm a friendly guy.
You are a friendly guy.
The other thing too here, viewers, I think it's important to mention, you will see my 360 cam, of course my regular camera, but once I start to move forward, I have a front camera. And I think that's pretty cool. So I'm driving forward, I can see the garbage, that I'm about to run over, and I know I ran it over.
Ooh.
Goldfish. No thanks.
Well, folks, we did a few things today. First, we proved that the Carnival really is a minivan. But more than that, it's a really good minivan. Perfect for parents, even better for kids. Kia has come up with something remarkable here. And the Kia Carnival is a fun name, but it's also a very serious contender for any family looking for a third-row vehicle option. And with that, I give the 2022 Kia Carnival my hood slap of approval.
Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Great video, guys. Please keep them coming. Your reviews are actually for the SUVs that a lot of people are interested in and care for, which makes your reviews very helpful. The reviewing style is also a breath of fresh air. Would also be nice to see Acura MDX, Lincoln Aviator, Infiniti Q60, Lexus RX, Chevy Trailblazer, Chevy Tahoe, Denali, Ford, Expedition, Explorer, Toyota RAV4, Toyota Highlander, Cadillac reviews in the future if possible. Okay, Syed Mehdi. That's a pretty tall order.